Hello, everybody. Okay, so I have something, a bit of a clarification for last stream. Because last stream didn't go so well. I'm not sure what went wrong with my mood, but I don't think I was feeling it, right? So that one's probably not gonna get uploaded. I don't know. I just wasn't... I guess I wasn't in the right mood to stream. That's the case. But this one is. And what someone has suggested on Reddit, so I haven't played every route, which means that my opinions on some of the voices, like voice of the contrarian, voice of the broken, voice of the whatever, they're a bit... I don't have everything to review. So, what I'm going to do is do the remainder of the routes that I still need to do, which are, someone spoiled it, by the way. Apotheosis is this one, apparently. Someone spoiled it to me, so thanks. The Wraith, the Den, and the Cage, but start with the Stranger, because it will give you Contrarian at the end. So what we're going to be doing is start the game with the Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods.
And then do the remainder of the routes that we need to do. Skip. Turn around and leave.
Going to turn around and
so, yeah, for those who are just joining, what we're going to be doing is doing the remainder of the routes that I still need to do.
I suppose you just quietly
and start with the Stranger, because apparently that changes the ending of the game. So we're going to do Stranger, Apotheosis, Wraith, Den, and Cage in this playthrough. Not all in one stream.
Good.
But definitely all in one playthrough.
Wash our hands of this whole situation. Ignore that.
So we've already done the Stranger.
He's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path.
Okay, so I'm probably going to skip ahead a bunch. Because I don't much care.
There's always a choice.
Because I've already seen all of this. Right? And if you want to see this, I'll just upload... You know what? I might just upload the rest of the playthrough right away and just upload the streams as soon as I finish them. I might just do that.
Wait.
Skip the Stranger. Those walls weren't there last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
I'm sure those walls have always been. If he doesn't remember what I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking.
So, yeah.
Everything but the
what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the Stranger again.
We're going to ruin his day. If by ruining the world will...
silently proceed to the cabin. So I'm going to listen to the music this time around.
The interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
So I've listened to a lot of the OST. Don't know what the dripping is from, but the bells are from the adversary. The dun-dun is from the razor. So yeah, this is all from the different chapters.
The only furniture of note
and
is a table.
I'm not sure what is what in terms of like which bits of the cabin look like other bits of other cabins, but
if he wants us to take it, maybe no. I've already. You can't listen to him if you're not just.
So I'm gonna skip ahead because we've already seen all of this. I'm gonna take the blade and I'm just gonna ignore the mirror.
It really.
Keep your grip as it is. Enter the basement. And we're gonna just skip ahead. Take the center staircase.
You step onto the center staircase.
I mean, we can look at the spiral later, right?
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all?
The shadows recede. She's so blank.
Skip it.
Isn't that if she's keeping her cards close?
I'm tired of waiting for an answer.
As the princess speaks again.
Oh, yeah,
it's
okay,
almost
so
as
she
if
fractures
can do
again.
that. I don't like this. It's those You said you'd been here before. Does it matter? Yes, it seems to me like whatever you... Oh, you...
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do, all chained up like this, but...
She fractures again. I don't... Neither do
Okay.
I. How would you would a witch?
So...
Oh, no, it's kind of hurt. Certainly...
I'm getting you out of here, try and free the princess. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement and slay the princess all at the same time.
That's not right. Go on. Take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You can feel yourself rupture all at once. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable for this.
Okay, yeah, and then they
No,
mush together into the stranger, say nothing. Okay. There we go. So
She's
now we can actually start doing other things.
This,
Ignore him, approach the mirror, you know. Okay, so we've already seen this, right? So apparently there's going to be some extra dialogue here.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Mm-hmm. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like we are.
Uh-huh. The gift of a fragile
Yes.
vessel.
Nerves
So let's see.
and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey.
Aha!
They will make for a
So early in
rich
your
and
journey, okay.
vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
What happens now?
Nothing there is. Bring me.
More perspectives. Okay, make me
She
forget.
asks, you won't.
So, which one shall we do first? I'm not sure who's watching
You're on a
or
path
if you are
in the
able to
woods.
chat.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
But if you are,
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
then what I'm going to ask you is what should I do first? Apotheosis, Cage, Den, or Wraith? I'm gonna have to do all of them. Which one should I do first? That's what I want to know.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm gonna continue to the cabin,
You make your way up the short
anyways,
path
because
to
we
the
have
cabin.
to.
You'll
So,
find the
Apotheosis,
before
Den,
you go any
Cage, or
further.
Wraith?
She will lie, she will cheat.
Which one shall we do
and she will
first?
do
Because we only have
everything in
time
her
for
power
one,
to
I
stop
believe,
you from
right now.
slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Indeed. Okay. So I believe for all of them that we need to do, we do need to take the blade.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty.
Yeah,
and
except for the
floor and
den.
walls
Except
are
for the
painted
den.
in a
So,
fine layer of dust.
Apotheosis,
The only furniture
the
of note
Cage,
is a plain
the
wooden
Den,
table.
or the
Perched on that
Wraith.
table is a
I don't know
pristine
which one I want to
blade.
do first. I'm not a huge fan of Wraith, but we're gonna have to complete it at some point. You know what? Let's just do the den.
blade is
Let's
your
just do the den.
implement.
If
You'll need
you're not
it
gonna
if
help
you
me,
want to
then
do-
fine. So be it. enter the basement. You need to get the den, you need to enter the basement without taking the blade, but then go back to take the blade. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
And then... I'm not going to ask her any questions, because we've already done that, and I don't care anymore. I'm sorry, but I can't go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying another word.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She
Neither
has
am
to be
I.
bluffing, but you rush. Okay. If we're
So,
sure you
let's go
slowly
back
creep
down.
the basement stairs. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
So one criticism I will give this scene is that, the room didn't get any bigger. It did get darker for some reason. But she is nowhere to be seen. But they could have just made the room bigger, like what the hero says. I don't know why they didn't. Why did they insist that the room is bigger, and that she's nowhere to be seen, while in reality, the opposite is the case? Yes, she just disappeared, but the room isn't any bigger, which doesn't make any logical sense at all. She just teleports away.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
That's just you. Hang on, let's save here, actually. And then let's do the let's finish.
Where is she?
Close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Because if I don't close the door, then she's gonna escape. Investigate the arm.
You step forward to investigate the severed limb. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you. Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh. Holy shit. What is she?
A beast. Fight back.
You roll the princess off your back and turn to face her, rising to your knees and readying your blade. Those eyes. She's going to kill us. Yes, things do look a little grim, don't they? The two of you are losing quite a lot of blood, but there's a reason she decided to strike from ambush. She isn't confident about a direct confrontation. Just because she's playing it safe doesn't mean we have the upper hand. Come on now, don't let your confidence waver. This is an important moment.
I'm going to kill you.
The princess leaps onto you as you raise your blade in defense. You find your target, and time after time you strike, but the wounds she inflicted in her ambush hinder your movements, and with each fresh exchange you're a little slower, a little weaker.
Right.
You seek solace in the fact that she is slowing too. Finally, she collapses, and you collapse beside her.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
Sure you will.
Your grasp on the blade weakens. It slips from your numb fingers, lying uselessly on the floor. This can't be how it ends, right? I'm sorry, but it is. You aren't making it out of this basement, but at least you finished the job. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, the... No! No, 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 no.
You're on a path in the woods.
Load. We're not doing that. Yes.
Your
Okay.
eye. Where is she? You close the door behind you. Almost you do, but come on. You step into the shadow. This is and you shouldn't have. Everything goes dark.
Okay. I
You're
thought
on
that
a
would give me the
path
beast,
in the
but
woods,
apparently
and
everything
at the
just
end of
leads
that
to the witch
path
for some
is
reason.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving
Okay,
us all.
sorry, I just had the test.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here. You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Just proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell.
Indeed.
That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Proceed into the cabin. So, I'm not sure how you get the den.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time. Wind
So let's just
rushing in
experiment.
through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
A handgun would have been better, but sure.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Didn't say anything
That's
about the mirror
because
on the
there
wall.
isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. What a strange thing to lie about. Maybe he doesn't see it. Much like he hasn't seen what's already happened.
Yeah, that could be a possibility. It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Right,
She
yeah, I did
growls
see
up the
this before, I
stairs.
think.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral.
Yeah, she is the beast.
Patient. Or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way
So
to the
there's a
damp
tail.
earth floor of a starlit pit.
So let's not
The walls are
question
obscured
this
by an
time.
impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness.
No, I can see a tail and the shape of a body. There is definitely something else in here.
The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
No, she's in front of us.
You see only a
And there
flash
she
of the
went.
princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
Definitely
She's
not.
certainly not just a princess.
Indeed.
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Hi there.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Okay. Move.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
There we go, and we dodged. Nice. Okay, so that's better than last time where she just swallowed us.
Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
Right, so,
You're faster
next
than you were
question.
before.
How do we, get
but
the
you're still
den?
meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining
Hi
eyes
there.
peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Survive. Stop hiding and show
If you
yourself.
want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She knows that her
Okay.
strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to.
Understandable. You're deflecting.
And you bear your weakness to the world.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to
True.
take back the momentum. We need to do something.
That is actually a really good question. What do we do here? Survive? Okay, so play dead and stand still are horrible. Wait for her to strike and hit her back? Or survive? That is a really good question. Hang on. So, okay. I have no idea what to do here. I mean, we could, like, survive is a pretty good option. But wait for her to strike. I'm actually, you know what? I can save. I forgot. Hang on. Yes. I'm going to save.
This
Wait
isn't
for
going
her
to
to
work.
strike and strike
We're
back.
in her domain. We just have to stay alive. If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk.
Right.
As
Yeah.
the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten your grip on the blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you. Your sense sprawling,
Nice.
and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness. Ha! Look at that! We wounded her, and she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She rears back, then leaps
Whoa,
at you,
cool.
more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery.
Huh.
You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught.
Okay, you don't have to keep, screaming at me. You know that, right?
By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor. The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time.
I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death.
Huh.
Because everything goes dark. And you die.
The den? Yes! Okay, we did it. So I believe survive might just give us a different voice then.
You're on a path in the woods. Yeah, we are. And this time we're not gonna
Stubborn!
run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
I love Stubborn. Good to have you, buddy. Haven't seen you since the Eye of the Needle. Which actually wasn't that long ago. Never mind, that was like the last one we did. When else have I seen Stubborn? The Razor route, and the Fury, the Towering Fury route as well. Have I seen him anywhere else? I don't know.
You felt
Stubborn!
her. She didn't have a soft underbelly, she didn't have blind spots. What could we have done?
Stubborn
to
is
save
definitely
us
my
from her
favourite
hunger?
voice. I love Stubborn.
When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you.
Great.
Exactly.
So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
And how do
Okay.
you intend to do that?
We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows.
Well, no complaints here.
Understandable.
Now, hold on. We're not just going to let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we?
He's not important. He can have his secrets.
He's not
for all I
important,
care.
okay.
She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Okay, what's the
Like
plan?
I said, we're going to fight her.
But we're so small.
We don't actually know how big she is. We just know she wants us to think she's big. And if she's going to treat us like prey again, then she is sorely underestimating us.
'Kay.
One good wallop. That's all we need to put her on the defensive.
Pardon me. Path is different than it was before.
Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what shape it takes. We'll adapt. If it looks different, that's because the situation has started to spiral out of everyone's control. So please, disavow yourself of the notion that you can just come back here and fix this place if you manage to make a mess before that line of thinking leaves you yet another world in ruin.
So what I do like about the environments changing is that it always kind of looks like the same path with the way its layout works. You know, like the overall shaping of the terrain is similar, but you can see the trees and stuff changing, which I like. Like this time it's a jungle. Within the Fury, the trees were, I believe, organs or something. Within the Grey, there were no trees at all, I believe. I don't know what it looked like in the Thorn. Did I do? I don't remember everything I've done. Okay, well, yeah, whatever.
Though, as evidenced by you dying twice, it's safe to assume the fates of the worlds you've left behind don't concern you very much.
Indeed.
Consider this your last opportunity to make things right. For you, and for the rest of existence. But especially for you.
We don't need your pep talk. I'll make sure we pull this off.
Right. Our answers. What is going on here? What do you know that you're not telling
I've
me?
told you as much as I can without putting you at a disadvantage. If anything, I've told you too much. Like that grumbling voice said just a moment
Grumbling.
ago, you've already died by her hands twice. You shouldn't need much else in the way of motivation.
True. No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through.
You make your way down to the
Oh,
cabin.
this is different.
Your fated confrontation awaits. You
Oh,
know
cool.
what to do.
We've
It's
already
like
been
within
over
a
the plan.
within an overhang. It's like within a cave or something. That's cool.
I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan.
It's a better plan than you had last time.
I don't like this. But I'll try to keep us breathing.
You do that, Hunted. It's what you're good at.
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines
Oh,
and
I
brush
love this
obscure so
interior.
much of the place that
It looks
had you
so
not seen
cool.
The exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump. a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take
Yes,
it.
we will.
We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one.
Great. That mirror's back. And it's where the door is supposed to be. What are you talking about? There is no mirror. There's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us.
I've started to like Hunted a lot more. Him relying on more than one of his... than one sense is amazing. I really like that Hunted doesn't just take anything for granted. Which kind of also makes him skeptic. Which is nice. But yeah, him relying on instinct and also not relying on a single sense at a time is great. Also, I've noticed something. At one point, voice of the hero says, "Then what happens? We can't see something unless you describe it to us." I believe he says that in The Damsel, when Smitten tries to rip open your ribcage. Right? But then, the hero says, "There's that mirror again." That's a contradiction if I've ever seen one. Just pointing that out.
If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it.
Sure.
Yes,
Take the blade.
Take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
True.
Good. One step closer to ending this.
Right. Approach the mirror.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair.
You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique.
That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else.
That's true.
It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually.
True. Also, Stubborn is the only one who wants to smash it.
It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves.
Smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down into the open hole leading to the basement, throwing yourself off balance and tumbling headlong into the pitch black. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend.
I like this, that there's not always stairs, because in a lot of the other routes there are stairs, like within the Grey, I believe the Fury. Yeah, the Fury as well. But here we have like a tunnel that descends within Happily Ever After. The stairs lead upwards. Within Eye of the Needle, there's a cliff you can clamber down. I like that they add a little bit of variation.
It smells of mould and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
you
yeah.
crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs. No entity threatens violence or pleads for safety.
Interesting.
Stay quiet. Don't give her
That was a voice
sound.
crack if I've ever seen one. Interesting. Okay. We have unfinished business. We should talk. We don't have to fight. I'm ready to let you out of here. We could do that and lie. I'm gonna say nothing.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down.
Because I think
the
that's a
basement.
safer plan.
The basement is dark and cavernous.
Oh, I can't
a
see
gaping
anything.
Maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
Yes, we are.
It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
Do we? Okay, so I don't want to talk. Step into the shadows ready to fight, or step into the shadows and try and lure her out. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save onto page 4. I'm gonna say ready to
You
fight.
step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement.
Hunted really should carry, because he has the best, like, nose and ears out of everyone.
There, she's about to strike.
Thank you!
With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows.
That looks like Pegasus if he was evil. Wow! That looks really cool. With the wings and the claws and everything.
You're quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment.
Nice!
See? I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to
wait.
prove to her that she can bleed too.
Okay, so she has
doubt her
6
every
legs, and her wings are at, like, where the fur... Where the... Huh? Like, where a set of hips would need to be? I'm not sure which set of hips. Because this body is wonky as hell. What? I'm confused as to how that body works, but okay. I said our might, we needed to shield out her every move now. Okay.
Her gleaming eyes watch you from the shadows, unblinking. There's fear in them now.
You should be
But it is
scared!
Fear wreathed
Okay.
in fury. And beneath it all lurks something far more primal. Hunger. Yes, she knows your strength now, and she wishes to devour it. How unseemly.
I'd like to see her try.
Yeah! Stubborn!
The princess lunges with even more ferocity than before. Both voices were right. Within that ferocity there is the clumsiness of doubt, a chaotic dance between impulse and restraint. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel.
Cool.
In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your confidence.
I like this. I like battling a beast. It's really cool.
And yet, for all the wounds you've managed to inflict upon her, you remain at a stalemate.
Huh.
And then you start to lose ground.
Really? A stalemate?
While your body slows, hers quickens, her wounds mending as she licks the blood of her prey from her dripping maw.
Can she do that? Okay.
So
Apparently
she
so.
really can devour our strength. Can we do something like that? All these wounds are starting to add up.
Yep.
Nah, screw that. We're not stooping to her level. We'll just have to give this our all, end it in one final hit.
We die if we do that. We have to make ourselves like her. We have to embrace instinct. She shifts towards you. Her bloody
Whoa, now that
grin
is a cool
shining in
shot,
the
okay.
dark. And then you see it. Your opening.
Take it. Put her down like the mindless beast she is.
I will. But I will save as well, because I think this is really interesting. Okay. Take the opening and strike
Hurl
at her
yourself towards the
heart.
princess, your movement too
Yeah.
quick, too bold for her to intercept. You bury your blade deep in her chest.
Yes, yes, we're going out in a blaze of glory.
Exactly,
Nature doesn't
stubborn.
have glory. This is just death.
Who cares?
She howls in pain, retaliating with claws and teeth, desperately tearing,
these
trying
rules
to
more.
devour you to make herself whole once again. Chunks of your flesh are torn away, feathers and blood and bits of gore splattering to the ground. But your work is already done.
Yeah.
No sating of her ravenous hunger will be enough to mend her.
Die.
Though her flesh begins to seal itself around you, she cannot remove your blade from her heart.
Yeah.
You and
Die,
the princess collapse
bitch.
to the floor together, your bodies fused, entwined in a bloody mass of limbs and teeth.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, sure, interesting.
As the two of
Whatever.
you fade, a new emotion creeps into the princess's eyes. Something akin to shame. What have we done? They ask.
Good
I
question.
guess that's it. At least we saved the world. Right? Right?
Narrator's gone.
Everything is gone, except her. And us.
It doesn't matter. We won.
Sure. Princess's eyes speak again. I'm cold. I don't want to be cold. And there are the arms again. Okay, so we did the den. Nice. And I get to use my narration voice again. But you don't get the opportunity to respond. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
You know what? Let's actually
like
talk to the
Slay
shifting
once
mound
again.
now. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
True.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Okay. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Okay.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Okay. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right? No. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay. You've been kind to no. What do you want me to... do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is consumed by instinct, a dancer moving to the rhythm of the flesh. She will make for a ravenous heart.
A ravenous
She
heart.
wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself, but she is only a voice. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
Okay. I'm ready to go
I
back.
will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Okay.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. And we're back at the hero and the princess, and I got an achievement.
You're
A
on a
ravenous
path
heart.
in the
Bring the
woods.
den to her.
And at the end of that path is a
Right.
cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Let's save here. And then go main menu. Memories. And would you look at that? The den. A creature's lair. And we unlocked it. Woods are denser than I remember them. Maybe this used to be a cabin. Reject instinct, fight her to the end. Reach the crossroads of will and instinct. You've been here before, a ravenous heart. Okay, so that's what we've done for the den, right? So, yeah, so all we need to do is the cage, the wraith, and the apotheosis. Which we will do later, because I'm not sure how much time I have. Obviously, I have stuff to do as well. I can't just stream whenever I wish to. I have other things, like, you know, school, so that's why I have to stream a little later than I usually would want to. I have things like, you know, dinner and things that I need to do. So, yeah. That's, yeah. So now, let's actually look at the stranger here. Because this image is very interesting to me. And I'm gonna look at this and try to decipher what is what. Because when you see this spiral for the first time within the stranger, it doesn't allow you to see it for as long as you wish to, but there is a text. The text that this guy says is really interesting. So I'm gonna Google that text right now. The Stranger, Slay the Princess wiki. Accept all cookies. Can I... Where is the thing? Where's the... Okay, hang on. Slay the Princess wiki. That... I got the wrong one, hang on. Chapter 2, the Stranger. Stop that. Stop the advertisements, please. Stranger. Come on! Why won't this stupid page load? Okay. Why? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna have to... Fuck. Aha. So, at some point, right, the narrator says about these paths: consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. So, if you look at the top one, which consists of hair... No, hang on. Consumption and betrayal. Consumption and betrayal are the one that kind of looks like it has, nails, like, hammered into it, like, kind of like screws or whatever. You know, it's the one on the top left. And then the one on the bottom right is consumption, because that is the beast. The one on the top left looks like betrayal, because these are opposite to one another. These are supposed to be opposite to one another, I believe. And I can see that the bottom right has to be the beast, just because of the way it looks. Which means that, oh, actually... Is that so? Or is it the, No, yeah, that is the case. Okay, so top left, bottom right, those are a pair. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so betrayal is top left, consumption is bottom right. So those are the beast and the witch, because they form a pair. Why do they form a pair? Well, from the beast and the witch, you can go to a shared chapter, the wild. So each pair is a pair that has a shared chapter. I recently discovered this. So the witch and the beast share the wild. Then, skepticism and blind devotion. That is the top, those are the top and bottom ones. Skepticism and blind devotion. Blind devotion is the hair of the damsel. Skepticism are the chains at the bottom of the prisoner, because skepticism, you get the voice of the skeptic in that one. Blind devotion is just the simp route, right? Rivalry and submission. Ooh, what's that one? Rivalry and submission. Submission has got to be the tower. What would the tower be? Maybe it's the, I think maybe, like, left... Not the top left corner, but, like, the one right to that. Maybe that one is the rivalry one. And then the other one, which is, like, in between the beast and the chains, would be blind devotion, but I'm not sure about that. Terror and longing. Well, terror has to be the eyes of the nightmare. And then the thing opposite to that is, like, the weird looking, like, wavy things of the spectre. Right? And, sorry for not clarifying, the spiky things in between, like, in between left, so, like, in between the top left corner and the top one. Those are probably rivalry then, and then the opposite one to that kind of looks like broken DNA in between the beast and the chains. That one's probably submission then, and then the weird-looking basalt spikes on the right and the weird-looking spiky nails on the left. Those are probably the stranger and the razor, which are unfamiliarity and pain. So, sorry for my analysis, but I just had to look at that. I just had to look at that. Sorry. Sorry for over-analyzing. I just needed to look at that. So I've done a lot of the Eye of the Needle. With a skeptic companion, so you need to get the skeptic for that one. Lead her to the other side. Give a chase, but fail to thread the Eye of the Needle. Okay, so that's 3. The only mistake you made last time was not pushing yourself hard enough. Those are what I need to do. So now what I did for the adversary is I did actually go through a couple routes. Actually. But I didn't finish them. Make an obscene gesture, possibly about your will. That which cannot die is that which cannot die is that which cannot die. So the adversary I have tried to complete by just by just saving at the start of the chapter and just spamming as many options as I could. Okay. So yeah, the tower. So we can only get to the cage through the prisoner, and we can only get to the apotheosis through the tower, but the wraith we can get to via either the nightmare, which is this one. See what's behind the mask. Hang on. So I don't like these images that much, actually. This... I don't know what these are supposed to symbolize. The worms have found their orifice. Ooh. Yeah, no. I don't know what these are supposed to symbolize. Those black images, but I don't like them. Get shoved into a bottomless pit. Slay your only exit. Things like that. Right, but we can also get there through the Spectre. Free a lost soul. Provoke an angry spirit. Spirit checks for a pulse. Attack a spirit with cold steel. Yeah, so we've still got quite a bit to do. But, yeah. So we've completed the hero and the princess already. We've completed the spaces between. We've completed the moment of clarity. We have completed the stranger. Anything else we've completed? The thorn? No, definitely not. Princess and the dragon? No, also. The grey. Wasn't raining before. A rolling plane. More of a museum than a cabin. Oh, they're two different... Burning down... Wait, burning? Flames. Oh! So the grey's gonna look very different when I do it next time. So I did the water grey. We didn't complete the wild. Didn't have enough for the fury either. Okay, so... We've completed Stranger, Moment of Clarity, and the spaces between and the hero and the princess. The end of everything. Find your freedom as gods forever. Leave with her at the end of everything. Go back to where it all started. You were always a bit of a contrarian, weren't you? That's the one we're gonna get this time. Don't think there's a way for us to leave, but maybe there doesn't have to be an ending. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door, something new that we'll experience together. Return to your strange beginning and slay her once and for all. Destroy her without any outside help, and then find your new world. Offer her grace. I do love the transformation track. It's really good. Anyways, so that was just going a bit over the things that I've done already and the things I still need to do. Right. So, I think that's gonna be it for today. I think doing one route per stream is a good idea. Just because, I don't think I have too much time anyways. But, if I can look at my achievements, can I? Or will that impact the stream? Hang on, I don't know. So, if I go to my profile... Okay. So you can't hear me if I go to my profile. No, okay. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna quickly go to my profile, and then I'll just look at which achievements I've gotten already, and then get back to you. Okay, so... I'm apparently at 50%. I'm gonna look at which achievements I have and which Xbox achievements I still need to get. And then, you know, I'll try to figure out how to continue, yeah? Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and quit for now. I think this stream has taken long enough, and basically the latter half of it was just looking through, what's it called? It was just looking through the gallery and looking what I still need to do. So, I'm gonna stop the live stream and I'm gonna see you guys later. Maybe tomorrow, maybe at another date, I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm quitting for now, and that I've streamed for long enough. So I'm gonna thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.